Hey, boss. Hey, how are you today? It's LaShawna Henry here, aka Sister Sense. Always excited to share things you can do to work on your money, your marketing, and your sales goals too, with strategy and intention. We are once again going to continue our conversation around GOALS goals. This is the 7 day goal challenge. So I can talk to you about really 7 types of goals you need to be working towards if you are working on building your best business with strategy and intention. So let's dig in. It's all about, as my t shirt says, letting your light shine, which you can't really see because not so little Prettyman wants to be in front of me, but it's okay. As always, feel free to drop into the comment box hashtag replays rock if you are catching me on the replay side. Tag your business besties, share this out. Let us jump in. So, all right, day 5. This is where we left off on day number 5. We were talking about your revenue goals. So today, what I want to do is to dig into your content goals. That's day 6. That's what we're going to dig into today. Okay. So content is very important. And the first thing that I want you to think about is I challenge you to take some time today to identify where you want to focus next when it comes to content, paid versus free. Okay. So that's the first thing to think about. Are you looking to work on developing content that you're going to sell for profit? This is going to be things that you get paid for. Or are you looking on focus on creating content around content marketing? So being in a place where you develop content around your paid offers to better promote them, build your brand visibility, engage your existing audience. Paid content versus promotional, which one do you need to focus on right now? I know that we always need to focus on both, right? Kind of a balance of the two, but which one matters to you right now? I challenge you to identify that first. Thank you so much for the thumbs up and the love, the hearts, all that good stuff. Tap, 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 tap. Hello, my dear. Awesome to see you here. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So, okay, that's the first part of this, right? We're going to take the content creation goals challenge today. That's what we're focused on. What do you need to do next? Paid, more paid stuff or promotional stuff? Number 1. Number 2, I want to share with you a few different things to consider when it comes to content creation. Okay. So the first one here is create itself, right? So when you think about your content, do you need to set aside some time, maybe today, this weekend, in the coming week, to work on creating? Okay. So if that's the case, when and what? Okay. So create, number 1. Number 2, celebrate. Celebrate. If you are in a space where you have created content for yourself, for others, that's helping you grow your business, celebrate that, showcase that, let people know what's happening in your world. So I'm going to give you a great example of celebrate, right? So I want to say last week I began the process of beta testing the commerce platform by ConvertKit, which allows entrepreneurs like myself to sell digital products via the ConvertKit platform. And if you know ConvertKit, for the most part, it has been used for list building and landing pages, but they're adding on an e-commerce feature as well, which is pretty awesome. So I was featured on their website this past week, which is great. And then to my surprise, I saw this morning that one of my quotes was featured and tweeted out. So I decided to celebrate that. Now, here's the deal. Number 1, it's a new product, right? So this is a piece of content that they've produced on their platform, right? As part of the services and offerings that they sell. Okay, so commerce, that's a piece of content, right? That's a product that they're selling, right? I am among one of the fortunate few who have the opportunity to test the content, to share the content, to talk about the content, to talk to them about what's great about the content or what I think maybe can be added to it, right? So getting my feedback around that. Featuring me as one of the awesome entrepreneurs who's currently beta testing, that is content marketing, right? Where you are talking about somebody or several bodies who are using it and being in a place where they're finding success using it, right? So that's celebrating on some level. Oh my gosh, this actually works. It's a great platform. In under a week, I made 40 sales, which turned into four figures for me. which is pretty awesome, right? And so I was able to talk about that, be interviewed on that, seeing it on Twitter, right? I then went and I'm going to show you right now. I then went and this morning posted on my Instagram page the feature, right? So you'll see that feature right there on my Instagram page, which says how an entrepreneur uses ConvertKit Commerce to sell her online workshops, which is pretty awesome, right? So I'm in celebration mode. I'm like, I got featured on the ConvertKit platform, and this is pretty freaking awesome, being able to partner with this brand and then be showcased on their website. So I'm sharing it on Instagram. I shared it on LinkedIn this morning. I shared it on Facebook this morning. Celebrate. Celebrate your features. Celebrate your wins. Celebrate the new material that you've put together, right? A little longer than I wanted, but I had to give you a little bit of backstory there just to make it a little extra clear about what I mean when I say to celebrate, right? So think about, number one, do you need to carve out some time today or this week to create or to celebrate some of the things that you've produced, and not just features, right? But being able to say, hey, oh my gosh, you know, this was a labor of love. I put this together, or ... right? However you choose to celebrate your content, share it with the world, right? And I will say this, at the beginning of this year, I created a ConvertKit inspired challenge. And I'm going to celebrate the fact that it has been up and people have been participating in this challenge for 8 months now. It's absolutely free. It's called Launch with Leads, to help you with your list building and your landing page efforts. If you haven't participated, feel free to go over to sistasense.com. That's me, that right there, sistasense.com/LWL, which stands for Launch with Leads. You want to launch to leads and not crickets, right? Or rather, I should say you want to launch to customers and not crickets. Leads and customers, not crickets. The Launch with Leads 7-day challenge. It's there for you, and it helps you figure out how you can do some cool things like build your list and your landing pages and more using the ConvertKit platform. It's free from yours truly. Okay. So I'm gonna celebrate that. I want you to think about some things that you can celebrate and or create. Let's dive into another concept that I want to share with you when it comes to your content goals. Okay. So the next one on this list here, and I wish it was a little bit more clear, but the ring light is super bright. So don't forget that you can actually go over to my Instagram page at SistaSense, and you can look for this post. It's called the Goal Diggers Challenge, and it actually takes you through all 7 of the goal challenge strategies that we're going through. So we've got create and celebrate, update and automate are next, right? So really, I want you to think about, you could do all 4 of these, or picking one in particular that you feel like, man, this one really resonates with me, okay? One of them is to update. Do you have any content, whether it's free content or paid content, that you could carve out some time to update in the next couple of days or today? And or last, automate, right? Do you have some content that you're like, man, I really don't want to have to deliver this manually. It would be great if I can automate it so that people can get it. I love ConvertKit for that. So I'm able to automate onboarding processes for new customers. I am able to give people the digital products, deliver them automatically, especially challenges. I was talking with one of my clients who's in my Start and Grow 30-day challenge. We were checking in yesterday. And that challenge is automated. And I use the ConvertKit automations and sequences to put it together. So once people pay, they start the challenge for 30 days. Bam, bam, boom, right? So that's content delivery at its best. So when it comes to content creation, content marketing, content delivery, do you need to work on your automation? Can you work on some things in the next few days? So the 4 things that I shared with you today: create, celebrate, automate, update. What do you have to do when it comes to your content goals this week? Feel free to drop into the comment box for me so that I can see what you're going to work on. And of course, if you have any specific questions that you want me to dive into, feel free to email sistasense@gmail.com, or when you're on the sistasense.webcom website, feel free to click that gray tab on the right to send me a voice message. All right. So content goals, that's what we're focused on today. One more tomorrow. So don't forget to turn on alerts and notifications so you can see when I'm live, so you can jump on here live with with me. Honestly, if you've enjoyed this series, I'd love to know what goals really resonated with you. And if there are any things in particular that you've decided to work on, any questions that you have, again, feel free to drop them here or email me, sistasense@gmail.com. My apologies, y'all. It's like I got a frog in my throat this morning. And it is not trying to let me connect with you. But as always, let your light shine through. Do what you need to do to go out there, be your best you, and create your definition of amazing. Create and celebrate today. Awesome. I love it. I love it. I can't wait to see what you do because we've got some great content and conversations to share with you, myself and Lavon, as part of the Brilliant Boss Conversation series. And that's going to be coming up real soon. So, all right, y'all, go forth, create amazing. And I'll see you guys right back here tomorrow for some more fire, focus, and goal digger challenge. Bye. Till then, take care.